everyone. Welcome to the Learn from Home channel by SB2, and today I'll be doing lesson number 3, the passing away of Bapu Nayantara Sehgal, the same chapter, but today I'll be doing unit 2. So yesterday when I was explaining, I explained to you all about the death of Mahatma Gandhi and how Nayantara, how she reached the Birla house. I talked about that yesterday. So let's start unit 2 today. Gandhiji's funeral was to take place the day after his death. So, Gandhiji, he was assassinated on 30th January 1948, and his last rites was to take place on the following day, that is on 31st January 1948. Hours in advance, people lined the route the funeral procession was to follow. So what happened? Before 2-3 hours only, the people had gathered around the funeral road, let's say the route from where the Gandhiji's dead body was to be taken. That road, it was filled with the people before 2-3 hours only. Padma C, Mrs. Naidu's daughter, spoke for us when she said simply, "We will work. It is the last time we shall be working with Bapu." So, when the people had gathered around for the last rites of Mahatma Gandhi, at that time Padma C, Sarojini Naidu's daughter, she came out and she spoke to the crowd and she told the crowd that this is for the last time we will be working with our beloved Bapuji. She told in that way. She addressed to the people in this way. It was an organizing work. 1,000 silent watched the procession. Bapu lay on an open truck covered with flowers. Thousands of people wept trying to touch Bapu's feet. It was impossible to move in the thick crowd. So what happened? It was a very sad procession. Okay, organizing means a very painful procession. Thousands of people, they had taken part in that procession, and thousands of people, they wanted to touch the feet of Bapuji, Mahatma Gandhi. They were trying their best to touch the feet of Mahatma Gandhi, but they were unable to touch because the crowd was very huge. And when the dead body of Mahatma Gandhi was being taken, at that time the dead body of Mahatma Gandhi was put on a truck covered with the flowers. As I moved forward slowly, I understood I was not merely in the midst of grieving people. This was even more than the funeral procession of India's beloved leader. So, when Nayantara, when she was, in that procession at that time, she felt she was not only in the middle of the grieving people, but she was in the, funeral procession of the great leader of India. People loved him so much. She felt in that way. Jaba Nayantara Sehgalले त्यो प्रोसेसनमा के रे हिँड्दै गर्नु भएको हुन्छ त्यति बेला उहाँले के फिल गर्नुहुन्छ भन्दाखेरि यो प्रोसेसन चाहिँ एकदमै सैड पिपलहरुको प्रोसेसन मात्र हैन तर यो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्डियाको एकदमै ग्रेट महान लिडरको प्रोसेसन रहेछ पक्का नै एकदमै पक्का एकदम महान लिडरको नै प्रोसेसन रहेछ भनेर उहाँले फिल गर्नुहुन्छ I was among people for whom working with Bapu had a special meaning. And in Nayantara चाहिँ, whenever he used to visit around India, visit the different places of India at that time, most of the time Bapuji was accompanied by Nayantara. जहिले पनि बापुजी घुम्न जानुहुन्थ्यो इन्डियामा त्यति बेला चाहिँ भिजिट गर्न जानुहुन्थ्यो त्यति बेला चाहिँ उहाँलाई जहिले पनि साथ दिने चाहिँ नयनतारा नै हुनुहुन्थ्यो रे We had worked upon Bapu over the rough and smooth of India's recent history. We could not accept that the fact that the man who had led us over many difficult paths was never going to work with us again. So they had Nayantara along, Mahatma Gandhi along with Nayantara and other workers, let's say other freedom fighters. They had sometimes they had bitter experiences, sometimes they had good experiences, but now those kind of experiences will come to an end because Bapuji is no more. They won't be having such type of experiences now. Bapuji's slight figure had walked staff in hand over a large part of India. So whenever Mahatma Gandhi visited the different parts of India, every time he used to carry a staff. Staff means I've clearly written out a stick. He used to carry stick wherever he went, whichever places he visited, he all the time carried stick with him. To work is to make slow progress. It is to think with clarity and closely look at all that is around you, from small insects to the horizon in distance. Moreover, to work was often the only way open to the average Indian. So, Mahatma Gandhi, how did he progress? How did he, freed India? He freed India because of this kind of simple things. He visited different parts of India just by carrying a little stick. That means with the help, with the support of a small stick. महात्मा गान्धीले जब पनि इन्डिया भरि भ्रमण गर्नुभयो, मान्छेहरूको दुःखहरू बुझ्नुको लागि हिँड्नुभयो, त्यति बेला चाहिँ उहाँले खाली एउटा स्टिकको सहाराले मात्रै हिँड्नु भएको थियो। अनि त्यसरी हिँडेर उहाँले हामी इन्डियन्सको ग्रिभेन्सेसहरू, हाम्रो प्रब्लम्सहरू सबै बुझिदिनु भएको थियो र त्यही बुझिदिनु भएर नै पछि गएर उहाँले के गर्नुभयो, हाम्रो इन्डियालाई चाहिँ ब्रिटिसको हातबाट फ्री गर्नु चाहिँ उहाँ सक्सेसफुल हुनुभयो, उहाँको सानो सिम्पल कुराले गर्दाखेरि। Moreover, to work was often the only way open to the average Indian. It required no vehicle except his own body and cost him nothing but his energy. So, उहाँको एउटा सानो प्रयास, उहाँ त्यो प्रयासमा चाहिँ केही पनि खर्च भएन, देशको केही पनि क्षति भएन, तर देशलाई एकदमै राम्रो भयो। उहाँले मान्छेलाई गएर भेट्नुभयो, उहाँको प्रब्लम्सहरू, एउटा लिडर भएपछि, एउटा नेता भइसकेपछि उहाँले घर घर गएर मान्छेमा गएर उहाँले बुझ्नुपर्ने हुन्छ कुराहरू र उहाँले त्यसरी नै बुझिदिनु भयो र त्यो गर्दाखेरि उहाँको केही पनि क्षति भएन, केही पनि नष्ट भएन, देशलाई पनि केही पनि धनहरूको पनि केही हानि भएन, किनभने त्यसरी भिजिट गर्नु जानुहुँदाखेरि उहाँको के मात्रै नष्ट भयो, समय र उहाँको एनर्जी मात्रै वेस्ट भयो, त्यो बाइकहरू केही पनि देशको केही पनि वेस्ट भएन र यत्रो सानो कुराले नै एउटा सानो सिम्पल स्टेप, महात्मा गान्धीको एउटा सानो स्टेपले चाहिँ हामीले के गर्यौं, फ्रीडम पाउन सक्यौं। Gandhiji took his necessity as it took much that was commonplace and transformed it into a joyful effort. अनि हम एउटा ordinary चीजलाई चाहिँ उहाँले के गरिदिनु भयो, एउटा joyful प्लेस बनाइदिनु भयो। इन्डिया एकदमै त्यति बेला के थियो, एकदमै इन्डिपेन्डेन्स अगाडि इन्डियालाई एकदमै प्रब्लम भइरहेको थियो, दुःख थियो हैन। We were dominated by the British, we were suppressed by the British, we were not free at that time, but Gandhi's this type of simple efforts transformed our country into a joyful country. Thank you. And if you have any problem, you can log on into our website svto.in, and you can even log on into our Facebook page. Thank you.